How's it going, guys? Back out in the garage. We are working on the AMC. Those rock runs are just laying on there. I still haven't gotten the studs or the cam. And I'm going to show you why we need new studs. They are sitting on the shoulder for the factory setup, and that lifts them up really, really high, and they're out of adjustment. So, with that said, they're just laying there. We went with the roller tips on this one, mostly because cost, and they were in stock, meaning my stock. So, and this thing doesn't require anything more than that. Anything more than that would be overkill. So I am a roller rocker type guy, but for this setup, roller tip rockers will be just fine. They're comp cams. I don't know if it'll focus. There you go. So they're not like a cheap off brand. Just like with the timing chain, I went with a Cloys single, regular, everyday chain. They don't stretch as bad, they last longer. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm not going to think about it ever again. Okay, normally I go with a double roller, but normally we're doing things a little bit more radical than this. Spring pressures aren't that crazy on this motor. Actually, these are more than adequate for the spring pressure and the lift that we're dealing with. So it's actually recommended for that cam, and 2 cams higher than that, those rocker arms. So we have no problems there. What we're going to work on today is I'm going to work on some of the cam ball plugs. Or what I call them, cam ball plugs, Welch plugs, yeah, core plugs. I shouldn't put the word cam in there. Made in the USA. Hopefully they fit. So these are the 6 of them for the block. This is the one in the back for the cam. That's why I say cam ball plug. And there's some galley plugs down here that we don't need right now. But I'm going to start by putting 2 of these in the fronts of the heads. Okay, I'm going to wind up getting an additional ones, obviously. So it doesn't matter where I start or don't start. I just want to start in the front because it's just easier to do. I do have a installation kit in one of those boxes. One of them's a core plug install tool. One of them's a race installing tool. We'll see how it works out because this one's got a curved handle. I don't really need a curved handle for up close. So we'll see what we're dealing with, and see how we're going to do it. Okay, guys, I got one in the front. This is how I do it. I use a little of the Indian head gasket shellac. Obviously after it's cleaned. I just put a coat around it. I'm going to take it, and in this instance I'm using actually a race installer. It's working out better than the core plug install tool because that one is more for an angle and it doesn't have a short thing. So I'm going to tap this bad boy in there and move on. You tap it in and you just wipe off the excess. So I've never had one leak like that. Yeah, you got to remember these core plugs are a little thicker. So in this it sticks out a little. There's only so much room before it actually hits a shelf. On the block, they go all the way down because it's so deep. So I got these 3 in. These I didn't clean up that shellac stuff on the sides. And this isn't painted. Just laying on there. So that's it. We got to get more. That's the bottom line. So I have a feeling I'm going to be machining one down because it sticks out the most on there. And putting that one on there. So this one you don't see. The power steering pump, that one's right out in your face. So we'll see. If I ordered the same kit just for those, I would get 6 of them. So I need 1, 2, 5, and that would make 6 if I changed it. So the first one I put in there I took back out to confirm that I was right. So with that said, let's put it back upright. Okay, one for the back of the cam is in. I just realized they didn't give me for that, for the back of the water jackets. And they're a different size than the rest. They're smaller than this and bigger than this.